Alright, hey guys, welcome to Island of Vape. Today, as always, if you hadn't guessed by the title of the video, we're going to be looking at this little puppy. It is Virgin Vapor's Organic Snakebite. As I mentioned in the earlier review that I did of the Vampire Vape's Rainbow Skull, I haven't had a lot of fruity liquids in my time, and yeah, I figured it was about time that I changed that up. So, without further ado, this particular liquid, again, it's another one that's marketed as a very high VG juice. It does say 100% VG on the bottle. You might be able to see that there, 100% VG, just at the bottom there. It's supposedly the flavour of the famous drink Snakebite. Now that's a staple amongst students. It's been banned, I know, from a lot of pubs and the like because it gets you thoroughly sloshed very, very quickly. Not something necessarily that brings back great memories for myself. I don't drink these days, but when I did, many a Snakebite was consumed, and yeah, that's bringing back some memories there. You're definitely getting the the apple and the blackcurrant that you're supposed to, so that's good. Bottle wise, I found the labels quite sticky actually. It's kind of irritating a little bit, but I don't know. It's probably just I might just have a bad batch or something label wise, but it's kind of annoying. They supposedly at the moment I've only seen them in 50ml bottles. As for nicotine strengths, I'm vaping at 6mg. It comes in the usual 3mg, 6mg, 12, 18. As always, purchased it from vapeclub.co.uk. There's a link below if you want to check those guys out. They've got a great selection of liquids on there, so definitely worth a shot. We are vaping again on the Sigelei 150 watt, using the Atlantis V2 again this time. Air holes at the top and the bottom are wide open. Settings wise, I think we go for about 31 watts on this one. Again, on a 0.5 ohm coil. So yeah, hoping for some big clouds. It is 100% VG, and it'd be interesting again to see how well the flavours carried over, because as we know, high VG juices don't always necessarily have great flavour on them, because VG doesn't tend to carry the flavour quite as well as the PG does in other juices. So let's see how she vapes. Getting quite good flavour off of it actually, it's surprising. Flavour's really big, certainly more blackcurrant I think than the apple. As far as cloud production goes, not particularly big at the moment. I'm going to try and whack it up a couple of watts. Maybe tried it at about 33 watts here. We're getting plenty of airflow through there. Could just be the case that the wicking perhaps on the coil, I mean it's a relatively gloopy juice. It's not anywhere near as gloopy as the Vampire Vape stuff, so we'll see. We'll try and muck around with the settings, see if we can get some more clouds out of this thing. That's a bit better that time. Flavour-wise, the throat hits, yeah, it's surprisingly hitting quite a lot for a high VG juice. Normally they're relatively smooth vape, but presumably because it's blackcurrant, because it's apple, those fruity flavours, you're going to get more of a zing to it. It's really kind of like you can feel it right down in the bottom of your throat there, which is quite nice actually. It's a refreshing change from higher VG juices. I know I tend to vape a lot of 60%, 70% VG juices and don't always necessarily get the sort of throat hit that you get with a 50-50 or similar. So it's nice to get that out of such a high VG juice. If that's your thing, certainly worth considering. The aftertaste is actually, it's really nice. It's like I say, it's just like you've kind of just taken a sip of some Ribena or some Robinson's Blackcurrant or something like that. Really nice, really refreshing juice, and yeah, it reminds me a lot actually of the of the Snakebite, which is good. It's exactly as it says it's going to be. As far as cloud production goes, yeah, it's pretty good. I've had to sort of bump the settings up a little from what I'd normally use. Generally, I'd be vaping a high VG juice around sort of 25, 26, something like that. This is right up at 33, so it's on a par with what I'd usually vape a sort of 50-50 or a 60-40 at, which is relatively high to produce the good sort of clouds. It'd be interesting to see how this does vape on a dripper. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the Virgin Vapors Organic Snakebite, this little puppy here. As I said, I've only seen it in 15ml bottles so far. I don't know if they do any bigger ones, but it's well worth a shot. If you're into your fruity kind of drink-based flavours, definitely worth a shot. It's a nice, I wouldn't say smooth, it is quite hard-hitting, but it's a very flavoursome vape, and yeah, definitely worth a punt on if that's your thing. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As ever, leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more vids if that's your kind of thing. And yeah, as always, happy vaping.